Some of you may find this as a very rudimentary recap, so apologies for that. I'm not trying to turn anyone into a network engineer, but I do want to give a refresher on DNS, just kind of understand it a little bit. So every time you type in a web address like DNSFilter.com that's shown here, DNS is what turns that into an IP address. So it's kind of like the GPS system for the internet. It tells your device how to find the right server, and that's anywhere in the world, wherever it happens to be. So what you're seeing here is a breakdown of the domain name. www section is a subdomain. DNS filter is the second level domain, and then .com is a top level domain, or TLD. So it's very simple, but behind the scenes, DNS is handling billions of these lookups every day, and this happens in milliseconds. Um, so because DNS sits at the front of every connection, it's also where attackers love to hide. And that is exactly why DNS filter exists. So I'm going to go one layer deeper. So when you call someone, you don't dial their name, you dial their phone number. So with DNS, it's the same idea. DNS is the system that translates a domain name like DNSFilter.com into an IP address, like we see here. This is the machine readable portion, and that's what the internet actually routes to. So the part on the left is the network ID, part on the right is the host ID. And that's the host ID is kind of like the house number, and the network ID is kind of like the neighborhood. So there's an important part that this translation happens constantly, not just when you open a browser. So every application, this GoToMeeting call, every operating system, all the background services firing on all of your devices are using DNS all day long. So on average, you're going to make about 5,000 DNS queries today. And here's the kind of spoiler alert, about 100 of those are going to be malicious or spam. So this means DNS isn't just a utility, it's really that vulnerable point of you connecting to the outside world. And it's also often the first step in phishing attacks, malware downloads, and data exfiltration.